You're listening to the Smash Bros. Cast, episode 34. I'm your host, N64 Josh. My co-host and sparring partner is Nightcrawler. What's up, dude?
Hey, lots to talk about.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. Before we get into it, real quick, if you guys want to get yourself a free book from Audible, and also 2 free Audible originals, go check out audibletrial.com/SBC. It helps support this show, and you get some awesome books like Ready Player One or Console Wars. The chair I'm sitting in is from OP Seat. You go to n64josh.com/OP Seat. You automatically save $10 at checkout. We do this show live on twitch.tv/n64josh, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Twitch. Did I say that part? Did I say Twitch? I said my name already. I don't even know. I'm going so fast I don't even remember. I just want to get to the good stuff. So
come to the places and see.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, twitch.tv/n64josh. Come and hang out live. Otherwise, check it out on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, all the places. And with that, let's get to the countdown. Take it away, my friend.
All right, today is November 2nd. It was controller day. You can go get your controllers and adapters, and we are 5 weeks away, 34 days and change. We're getting there.
Are you fired after the game comes out? What's going to happen? What's your job?
I don't know. We'll have to talk to HR.
Renegotiate your contract. Oh, so speaking of the controllers, the Switch, I got my hands on the Switch. The Joy-Cons actually look better in person than they do in the photos. The paint is like all sparkly and it's nice and shiny, so that's a plus. We're both quite disturbed at how the controllers and the GameCube adapter are
locked in their box. They're locked in their box.
You have to rip cardboard to open them, so I don't even know if I can open the second one or the adapter. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. So fairly traumatized by this. Not really sure what's happening anymore. What is life? But yeah, guys, this has been crazy. The Smash Direct, 40 minutes yesterday. So much good stuff. Starts off with Sakurai just saying, "Hey, what's going on?" And then he introduced a new fighter. So I guess if you haven't seen this stuff yet, like maybe this is spoilers for you. So we're going to be going through the entire Direct. So keep that in mind.
Blow by blow.
Yeah. So here we go. Ken. He's Ryu's.
Picking on Little Mac a little bit.
Yeah. So, okay. What did you think when that opened up? Did you think Ken?
I didn't. I was kind of distracted at work like you were as well a little bit. So I was busy looking around. I mean, I had it up on the computer looking at it. But I saw what stage they're on, and so I thought maybe we were going to get somebody else from Punch-Out, possibly. But they don't like to do that. I don't think they like to necessarily reveal characters that are in their stage necessarily, because they want to throw you off the scent. But when I watched it the second time, like it was very clear. You even saw Ken's face before he was revealed. When he was up against the ropes. Interesting.
Yeah, so I was just like you said, I was watching on my phone. I saw the glove come in and I'm like, is that a boxing glove? And then I was immediately like, is it King Hippo? Is it Bald Bull? Piston Honda? Soda Popinski? Which one? So, and it ended up being Ken, which is cool. I mean, I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. This is going to kind of skip ahead quite a ways. I was a little bit bummed out that Guile is an assist trophy and not actually going to be in the game. But I have a little theory we'll get to later. That could be a possibility. But yeah, so Ken shows up, a little different, a little faster than Ryu, kind of little different moves, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So next up was go ahead. I know you love these Pokemon names.
Incineroar is joining the fight. So we have another Pokemon, as Josh likes to say.
Oh yeah, I got an email today about that. Long email. Very long.
But Incineroar looks really, really fun to play. I mean, minus his recovery, which leaves a little bit to be desired. But they designed him after like a pro wrestler, and even after, so he'll do like throw a suplex for his back. I don't even know if that's a back throw. I think that just might be one of his side specials. I don't know, but he'll like strike a pose after every single move, and it's pretty funny. You can cancel out of it so you don't get punished for it or anything like that. But he's a little bit of a showboat. It's kind of fun to see.
I love the fact that there's like the wrestling ring ropes show up when you do that throw, and they bounce off. Your opponent will bounce off, and then you can like close.
I think that's
them.
I think that might be for one of his special moves, and then it's also incorporated into his final smash as well.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, he looked cool, and with now the addition of wrestlers, I mean, who knows? Maybe Zangief from Street Fighter could get introduced down the road. We don't know. We don't know. So just a big character too. Like he just seems much larger than most of the.
He's got essence of Ganondorf for a little bit for his up special. He kind of flies up. I think he'll catch you maybe in an uppercut if you're right there with him. But then the kind of different thing about him is he comes back at an angle and like flame kicks you down, and so you can kind of, it's as they mentioned in the direct, it's easy to self-destruct if you aren't careful with it.
Yeah, he just went flying. I do want to point out, like, after he sends Ken flying through the the big old jumbotron. Villager is just got his boxing gloves on. Bowser Jr.'s back there, and King K.
King K. Rool. I think anyone that has boxing gloves incorporated in their stuff, they're ready to fight.
Yeah, and I mean, Villager is just dancing like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. He just looks so ready to take him on, and it's just you don't know. You just don't know, little man, but he was ready. I loved it. It was really, really funny. Next up, they show the fighter select screen, and we see that the original 64 cast is who we are starting with, which we knew.
Yeah, we were kind of bouncing back and forth if we were going to get just OG 8 or if it was going to be the 12, and it is just the 8 that you start with.
Yeah. So who do you start with?
Falcon, I think.
Captain Falcon.
Oh no, Falcon's not. Falcon's 12. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Probably Link, just because
he's got a sword.
Yeah. Yeah. Josh doesn't like sword fighters.
Swords.
After this week, Josh got beat up by sword fighters all week.
Ban all the swords and Luigi. Man, Luigi.
Well, Luigi, we'll get there. Luigi is taken care of, I think.
Right.
Zachariah did
that. Chat, real quick. You guys are here live. Who are you going to go with? Who's going to be who you start with? Who's going to be the first one for you guys in chat? Guess who I'm going to go with. Can you guess?
Kirby, because that's OG or OP confirmed.
Kirby, that's true. Yeah. I'll probably still go Mario. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just guessing. So I see Joel Mead saying Kirby. I see some Links. A couple more Links. Mr. Cool Red Luigi saying Link. Scrumpy says Mario or Link. B Squared says Mario. Joel's Kirby. Yeah. So, there you go. Mr. Goobermania says I'm Link, you Mario. So there you go. So next up we see the new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Amiibo, King K. Rool, Ice Climbers, and Piranha Plant Amiibo release on 2/15 and are available to pre-order right now. So don't wait. Get onto Best Buy or wherever and get those things pre-ordered. What do we got?
And then right after that flashed up, we saw that Ken, Young Link, I don't have it in front of me, Daisy,
Pichu,
and then who was the last one? I think there was one more. So those Amiibo that we've never seen before getting released are coming out. All it said was 2019. But right before we started the show, Josh and I were looking through that video, and we didn't see Snake. And I was wondering if maybe there's issues with, because you asked if the Belmonts were there and I didn't see them. So I don't know if we're seeing that. So we're wondering if there's maybe something going on with Konami. And I don't know. It just seems different.
I mean, it's a lot to announce at once, so I'm not super
Yep.
worried about it.
I'm actually happy that they're staggering them a little bit.
Oh
Save
yeah,
my
they
wallet.
got to save the wallet, son. Save the wallet. So, and the other thing too, guys, I just before the show started, I pre-ordered Wolf and Inkling because they just came back up to being able to pre-order on Best Buy. So if you haven't been able to pre-order those yet, make sure you jump on it because they haven't been available for a while.
And if your Gamer Club Unlocked is expiring in 2 days, like Josh's is, get it in now.
Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. Okay, next up, guess what? The new mode is called Spirits. I've watched the thing twice. I still don't understand what Spirits is.
Well, what I want to know is what the program is that people use to descramble stuff, because that's got to be some kind of fancy pants kind of thing to be able to decipher what it was.
I don't. They can do the hard work. I'll just take their word for it. But apparently, we're gonna see people from so many other games. We saw Mouser from Super Mario Bros. 2. We saw. The list kind of goes on and on. Dr. Wily. I mean, there's so many.
If you want more Fire Emblem characters,
yeah,
there's Fire Emblem characters.
Right. There's so many. And it looks like you unlock these things. They're tied to your character. There's like the whole like attack triangle, like red, blue, and green. And they kind of give you buffs in those areas. And then you can take them and put 3 of them together and it might unlock somebody else. I don't even know if I'll ever touch this, right? But I'm hoping this is something that is super cool for people that maybe aren't gonna play competitively, but like this gives them a chance to like go in and hunt for stuff and unlock stuff and give them hours and hours and hours of gameplay. Mr. Goobermania says Spirits mode equals Smash Bros. RPG.
That's pretty much what it is.
That's what it seems like.
I mean, it's like microtransaction the game, but without microtransactions. It's kind of like collect them all, but it's who knows how much there is to collect. And there's different tier rankings for them as well. Like I forget what it's like common or it's like basic and then pro
basic.
And advanced and then legendary or something like that.
The basic ones love pumpkin spice lattes. Yeah, legend was the last one. So Spirits is it's a thing. Next up, they went into local wireless and online play. Local wireless is cool. You just hit like LZ, I think, and it pops up a side menu, and you can
LZ is going to be your guide to everything. I think in this game, it's going to be the quick menu that you can go back and forth and do stuff.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about that quick menu, they also mentioned that you'll be able to play certain modes while queuing up for stuff, like queuing up for online play and other kinds of things. That's something that I know we've talked about Brawl Out before. That game has that option as well. Like same as Rocket League, like you can go into training mode while you're waiting to queue up in Rocket League. Same thing with Brawl Out. So that's kind of something that you can just, not that it might take that long, but it's just that option that if I don't think the population will ever dip that low that you're waiting too long for a game, but at least you have that. A lot of the modes I think are available to you to go into while you're waiting to queue up.
One of the things that I really liked about the online play is you set your preferences to what you're looking for, and that's what it goes. So 1v1, 2 stock, no items, boom. You're going to look for other people that are doing the exact same thing so that you can find those people that are wanting to play a little more competitively versus those that are wanting to play a little more casually. And it's just based on your search preferences and then also based on location. And hey, Wi-Fi warriors, they are encouraging everybody to get a LAN adapter.
LAN adapter.
Like
yep.
Get the
LAN adapter. And we've been encouraging that as well.
So you can be running hardwired if possible, so you can have the best connection possible. So very surprised we didn't see a beta. Like I can't believe it, actually. My only hope is that they have the like top tier Rockstar coders doing the networking, and they're like, no, you're good. Like, you're good. I still can't imagine not testing a game that's going to be this big, that's literally going to just melt their servers. But hey, And maybe they like phantom drop the beta, like, hey, it's coming. But I can't imagine that being a thing. I can't imagine. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so bizarre to me. We've had betas for everything. This is their biggest game, their biggest online game to date on the Switch, and nothing. And
Yeah.
I mean, we.
I don't know, but like going back to the online preferences, that is where, from what I took away from it, that's where your matchmaking starts. So if you prefer 3 stock 7 minute Omega or Battlefield configuration, that's where it'll start. But if there's happens to be nobody looking for that, it'll branch out. I'm sure they have tiers that branch out as you go that are sticking similar to that, but it's not guaranteed that that's the mode you're going to get. And I don't know how it gives priority to what game mode you're playing if you get matched up against somebody that maybe has their settings a little bit different. I don't know.
Chat's asking about cloud saves. They are available in Smash. Cloud saves are available. So it's still just Splatoon that's the odd man out, unfortunately. So chat's also saying they feel like the tour events are their beta, but a beta is meant to test servers while we all play together. So the tour event is great marketing to let people get hands-on with the game, but the point of the beta is to make sure, like Aces, we played Aces and the servers kind of were garbage and there was lag, and they had like
they were able to
3 weeks to a month, and they tuned them up, and boom, we had a good we had a solid online once that game came out. So
yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're studying the matchmaking, or not the matchmaking, but the balances that they probably need to implement. But like we've talked about on here, the build that's been going around to these different events is months old at this point, because it was revealed to the public back in June. So that build had to be done back in May, if not earlier, to make sure it was good to go. So we're playing something that's more than half a year old, and I'm sure there's been tons of balance changes that have come to that. So what I wanted to kind of see was maybe when you put a demo in the hands of everyone that's out there, you instantly, the first hour that the demo is out there, you're hundreds of hours more than what your testers can accomplish. And then second, you get to test out their matchmaking algorithm and see if it works and how it works and if it melts. And I want to break it before we get the game, so it doesn't break on day one.
Yeah, it's just a really, really weird choice. But hey, I trust them. And who knows? It may be the kind of thing that, like, if you want us to finish this game on time, we can't do a beta build. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but we're not getting it. We're not getting it, unfortunately. So next up, assist trophies, and this is where a lot of dreams were crushed. Springman, he's an assist trophy. Isaac, assist trophy, right? Like, these, as soon as this came out, a lot of the hopes of that leak being real were kind of like, sorry, not happening. So it's still kind of cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, as soon as Incineroar happened, the Grinch leak went out the window.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. So next up, we see some new Mii fighter outfits, and we saw Rex. So there's still hope. I think Rex is tied to if you purchase the fighter pack, though. Yes, I think. Oh, that could be. There's just still hope that he's still coming to the game as a playable
That
character.
is true. Yeah.
So.
But I think Nintendo learned their lesson that people don't buy DLC of Mii fighter outfits, and based on what I saw in the Direct, it's all going to be that useless gold that I have sitting on my Wii U account. When you earn that in Smash Ultimate, you can buy song tracks and Mii costumes and other kinds of stuff with that in-game money.
Yeah, I think the biggest surprise for me is I really thought we would get a Fortnite no skin as a playable character, and then they would actually sell skins in Smash for just that Fortnite character.
People might buy that. Just don't make them $20 a pop.
That's what I figured was going to happen there. Let's just double dip a little bit on this and get a little get a few more purchasable skins in Smash. So next up, we have the DLC development. We know that's going to be a thing. They said 5 characters, new characters, not echoes, and you can't. So right now you can purchase the season pass, more or less. I think they had a different name for it, like the fighter pack or something like that. Each character you get a character, a stage, and a handful of songs. $5.99 each. If you buy the season pass, it's $24.99. The only way you can purchase that right now, though, is by purchasing the game plus the season pass. You will be able to purchase just the season pass in the future. You just can't right now, because I looked everywhere. You can buy each one individually, but that's it. You cannot buy the pass right now. So I'm not quite sure of the reason for that, but you just can't. You can't. So it's called the Fighter Pass. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter Pass. Then we get to see. So I just want to let you guys know, the reason for this next character is because of the reaction to No Waluigi. That's what this is. So I just want you guys to know.
That's you believe in the memes then.
If you're not happy about this next character, it's your fault. No, I'm only messing around. But Piranha Plant is our new fighter. I mean, literally Mario walks up to it and it's just sitting there in its pipe. And then gets up and lays the smackdown. And its final smash is PD Piranha, and
swinging cages to catch you in, kind of, I guess, kind of like Isabel's final smash, where it traps you in the bus.
Yeah, so
it's just gonna throw you off stage, I guess.
Yeah, so we got to see that. We get some info. We also got to see the amiibo, which is like I don't know. It's just really, really fun. I mean, who's next? The Goomba? Like the
Hey, Chain Chomp can hold a racket, so you never know.
The Bullet Bill? Is he up? Is he up?
No,
next?
he's a sister. I guess they're all sisters.
He's a spirit.
Much, so.
He's a spirit. I saw him as a spirit.
He's in spirit, but he's also an assist trophy because, right. Or at least just a regular item that you can pick up, and then you ride Bullet Bill, I think. If I remember correctly, I think that's we don't play with items very often, so I forget.
Right. So next up, they mentioned some more of the events that are going on, which there's kind of very little detail.
Not really, because all it really is just referring you back to their website, and all it's talking about is the Wendy's tailgate stuff, which is continuing to go on, which we've known about. Which it's unclear if that build is changing now that we know the full roster, if it's changing to the full game, or if it's still running on the E3 build, or if it's this different demo build that's out in the. It's very unclear as to what that gameplay build is out there. Mm-hmm. And then the only other thing on the Smash website under events is the replay of the E3 Invitational coming to TBS or some I don't know what channel it's coming to, but it's going to be broadcast on television, kind of in a condensed format. But that's it.
Last thing on the Direct was the World of Light cinematic, and man, it brought the feels. It really, really brought the feels. You see Fox like taking charge, right? And then here comes all of these gloves.
Master hands, man. Come on.
They're all Waluigi's hand, by the way. Every single one of them. So
they channel Thanos.
Okay. Being a child of the 80s, I can't look at that glove and not think of Hamburger Helper. I'm just going to throw that out there. I cannot look at that thing and not think of Hamburger Helper. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up on YouTube. You'll find videos. Like, literally.
Isn't that little mascot still on the packaging of Hamburger Helper?
I think so, but he used to be like a puppet all the time. I mean, the first time I played Smash, I'm like, why am I fighting the Hamburger Helper mascot? What is going on here? You know? So, but like we got to see things like Sonic try to grab Pikachu before they got wiped out. I mean, this was like end of the Avengers. Like, bye everyone. You know, the Inklings were the best. They were just like
Snake was the best, just hiding in his box.
Well, okay, they threw the ink on the ground and then just jumped in it. And it was like, oh, that's like me playing Splatoon. Like, I'll hide dead.
They won't see me.
So, you know, and then all we see left is
Kirby riding a star.
Kirby. And the internet's like, no way Kirby's faster than Sonic. Well, Pikachu slowed him down. He tried to, like, I saw all these different memes, like, Sonic is a bro. He was trying to save Pikachu. So yeah. But even that, I mean, do we know much more about that?
So I think, well, the cinematic it's fairly long. It's like 5 or 6 minutes, I think.
It's
well, maybe not quite that long, but it kind of goes through making dark shadow clones of all the characters that got wiped out. So I think you're kind of going through to free their souls. I don't know. It's very unclear as to what you're doing, but it's got a big kind of overworld adventure map that you're moving through. I think in that cinematic I saw Shulk moving around on the map, Kirby. I want to say I saw Villager or something like that. There's a few different characters. So obviously you're going to go through this mode, free whoever is trapped in a fight to try to free them, and then hopefully they come back into the fold and they're in your stable of fighters that you can use. So looks like Sakurai is going to force everyone to use his baby first and go free everybody else from there.
And that's it. That's all we know. That's everything. That was the last direct.
There's Treehouse.
Well, from the direct, that was it.
Yes.
That was it from the direct. Yeah, there was more Treehouse, which did those get more and more awkward every time?
Well, I feel like they were just in some random conference room in Redmond, just like playing. They were flaunting their $800 worth of controllers, and yeah, they were just playing. I think they had to be playing on like a
flaunting
giant,
$800 worth of controllers? Is that what you just said?
Well, they had like 8 pro controllers just sitting out on the table. I don't know. They were all wired too. I don't know. Can the Switch dock take a USB hub?
I mean, it takes the GameCube one.
Yeah, but that's running off one. Yeah, but they were all using pro controllers with a wire.
Yeah, it must. It must take a hub. It would have to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had just all those controllers sitting out, and they ended up playing 8-Man Smash a little bit at the end. It was the Treehouse was kind of awkward because they were I think they were in different rooms. I don't know.
Maybe all of them were plugged into an outlet and they were just wireless to the.
That would kind of defeat the purpose of wired controllers then.
Yeah, but why aren't we getting a Nintendo branded like Smash Bros USB hub for pro controllers? Like,
well, they could sell. Yeah, they could make $45 off that.
Missed opportunity here. What's going on?
Stop giving them ideas.
What's happening?
Don't need that. So yeah, they're already trying to sell people on their $30 LAN adapter when you can get it for $7 off Amazon.
That's true. So we got to see some Simon and Wolf gameplay. It looks like we have a link to that in the show notes. And what did you take away from that? Simon
is going to be a handful to play well, but I think if you are good with spacing with Toon Link, he's going to kind of be right up your alley. He's got 3 different projectiles that that are built for spacing. So he's got holy water and the cross, and then the axe. And if you time all of those right, you can hit him with holy water, then throw the cross, and then arch your axe, and it all. And I mean, it pretty much plays just like Link's boomerang, where the cross will go out and come back, so you can protect yourself if they're trying to move in on you, where they get hit in the back if they don't shield correctly. The whip, his whip goes crazy distances. They showed on a triplat battlefield configuration, Simon can stand on the floor, up smash, and his whip will catch you up on the top of the 3 platforms. And then they showed him again jumping up after that first initial smash, up smashing again. And so I mean, I think you could ladder people off the map with just his up smash if you're good with it. He does have the way that he is countered is the move lag is pretty long for him, I would say, because he was already confirmed to have longer range than Corrin, and I think now Piranha Plant's maybe going to have longer range than Simon. I didn't see a ton of.
He stretched
I don't think
way
they
out.
actually showed. What?
That Piranha Plant stretched way out.
Way out. Yeah, way out. So I don't know if it's
and he has
longer
feet.
or
We forgot to
equal
mention
to
that. He does have feet.
Yeah, to Simon, but the game of Simon and the 2 Belmonts are going to be spacing. You don't want to get you don't want to have Sheik or somebody else fast moving up in your face, because I think you will get destroyed. But if you can space correctly, he can be, I think, pretty strong.
Did you notice by chance? I didn't get a chance to. I just basically had to go into audio only and kind of listen. Does the holy water hit stun like the PK Fire?
I mean, I didn't see a ton of. I need to kind of go back and watch Treehouse. Treehouse is when I had to start doing more at work, because I had already been watching it for an hour. But it does have. I don't know if it necessarily stun locks like PK. I don't think it holds you there quite like that, but I think it knocks you back a little bit so that you can then throw the cross and then arch your axe as well. So I'd have to go back and look at the gameplay, but it's a lot of stuff going on. So you got to be making sure you're managing all those projectiles.
Oh, crazy. And then we saw more Incineroar gameplay from the Treehouse as well. Okay, moving away from the Direct and Treehouse and getting into some Smash Ultimate balances and changes from Smash 4, right? So this is what's happening in Ultimate that's different from Smash 4. This is from the R Smash Bros. This is the subreddit. I want to make it extremely clear to everybody. This is being done. These people are doing the Lord's work on Reddit right now, okay? And so I want to make sure that we give them all the credit. We're gonna point you guys to the subreddit, to the people that are doing the work, but we are gonna mention some of it on here just so that you can get an idea of what they are doing. But this is by no means anything we're doing. This is what they did, and so I just
only it's all on Reddit. They have links to their Twitter accounts that these 3 guys are kind of putting all this together. They have YouTube footage, which I haven't had a chance to watch yet. I have seen a small clip of the Luigi stuff that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Which I think that's probably the best spot to start, just because that it almost confirms the worst fears of Luigi mains out there after that Smash Blog update. Was that last week?
Yes, it was. So
I'll let you go.
Before we do, El Bardo, twitter.com/elbardo22, Mark Bree, twitter.com/markbree, and RoboLuigi, twitter.com/RoboLuigi. Those are the contributors to this post. I just want to make sure that they get the credit they deserve. We also have a link to the post so you can go check it out, because it's not even done being updated yet. They're working on it as we speak. Like, it is continually being updated. They are going through frame by frame. I saw it. I hosted. I can't remember who it was this morning now, doing the same thing, going through and just watching frame by frame and counting frames for different moves and just getting getting an idea of how some of these characters are going to work and how they're different and how they've changed. And so one of the biggest changes so far is, yes, Luigi has a tether. Like, we pretty much were like, no, it's not a tether. Are you kidding? It's not going to be a tether. No, it's a tether.
But it's different than every other tether in the game, unless this is a bug or unfinished, because it also confirms that he does not have a tether recovery. So they tried firing it at the corner of the ledge, and it would not take, because the Belmonts have a tether recovery, Zero Suit has a tether recovery, Link used to. So young Link and Toon Link have tether recoveries. I probably leaving out a few people, but anyone that has a tether, well, not true, because Pac-Man doesn't have a tether recovery, but so I guess that's the closest comparison. To Pac-Man uses the Galaga tractor beam for his grab, and doesn't have then a tether recovery. So that's in essence what Luigi is getting, is a tether grab but not a recovery.
So I'm just going to read you guys. This is directly from the subreddit post. It says Luigi can no longer mash tornado to recover. Luigi now has a tether grab. He does not have a tether recovery, it seems. His Zair is apparently the only Zair with landing lag in the game, which has a WTF after it. Probably can't gimp with tornado anymore, since you don't rise with a mash now. Still has throw combos, faster fireballs, Zair to grab might be a thing, and down throw apparently the same, allowing for big combos. Okay, and so that's what you're gonna find from this post. They go on to do Diddy Kong, Mr. Game and Watch, Rob, Duck Hunt, Falco, Rosalina and Luma, Wario, and some things aren't. There's not that many updates to, like Wario. It says normals improved. Bike after being destroyed now has a cooldown. Bite restores health. So there you go. There's not, there's just a few.
And
things.
some of this is just confirming stuff from Smash 4 is still in this. But one thing that was different is Diddy Kong's banana persists even after you hit an opponent for the first time, which is different. That's kind of going back to Brawl, I believe. And then like a big thing for Rosalina is Luma now spawns after 7 seconds instead of 13, which is a big difference. But I'm thinking here, Luma attacks, I think in general got kind of nerfed a little bit. So getting Luma back sooner isn't as big of a deal, because Luma doesn't deal as much damage. So it was a bigger deal when you got rid of Luma in Smash 4 than it's appearing to be in Ultimate.
As far as Rosalina, you cannot attack with Luma during lag after air dodge. And there was something else, the streamer I hosted this morning, that he was going over Rosalina, and he was like, no, I used, basically some stuff he used to love to do with her is no longer there. No.
I think Zero Suit might be kind of done. You can no longer, they need to confirm this, that they haven't, I think, done enough testing, but you may no longer have follow-ups out of grab, which that's how the the ladder chain starts with Zero Suit, is off the grab. And then it's also maybe apparently you can't do boost kick twice. So the ladder chain to take people up to the ceiling is no longer there. It appears in Zero Suit.
Gotcha. And so this list continues on and on. They even got some of the newcomers in here, some of the characters that came back from Melee and Brawl, things like that. So, definitely check it out. Like Crom, recovery is very bad. He's seriously bad off stage, apparently. Neutral game is apparently good due to lack of sour spots. So that's
Falcon can apparently break a shield at mid depletion with a knee. So if you can get somebody down to a mid shield, then do a quick short hop and throw that that knee, then you can sit down and power up Falcon Punch and good night.
But first say, show me your moves.
Yeah, you probably have time as they're sitting there dazed,
Right.
seeing stars.
Right. So, and the other thing is here, Isabel's where we were talking about this in chat before we started recording. Fishing rod can grab people on the ledge from afar. So, this is you just shake your head and
Well, the few things they have posted about Isabel, it's like forward aerial and back aerial, same as Villager. Forward tilt, same as Villager. It's like almost could have been an Echo, probably.
Right. Yeah. She's definitely the Dr. Mario of Animal Crossing in this in Smash anyway. So, but lots of good info here, guys. I recommend checking out the show notes, n64josh.com/SBC34, and you'll be able to check out the link to this Reddit post, or you can just go to Reddit and look for it if you want as well. It's crazy. They've wrapped up for the day, and they said they will continue back up tomorrow and over the next 2 to 3 days. So this list could get quite extensive as we continue moving forward here. So pretty cool that there's people digging in this much, that we're getting this kind of info. So make sure, go follow those guys on Twitter, tell them thanks, whatever. Like it's pretty awesome. And there's if you go through the list, there's actually a handful of other contributors in there as well that are helping out. So pretty interesting. This is definitely no port at this point. There's going to be some big changes, definitely big changes. So it'd be exciting. Luigi, I don't know. I hope everything works out for him. I messaged Scott, who had played. He was been on the show before. I messaged him. I'm like, "Are you seeing this stuff?" He's like, "Oh yeah." He goes, "But Luigi still seems like he's getting more buff than nerfed to me." So, he's like, he is no joke with Luigi. And so I think, well, we got to get to my goodness, what time is it? Wow, this is gonna be such a long show. Okay, we're gonna do the blog, guys, the Smash Bros blog. Here we go. We'll kind of just
we'll go quick.
Yeah, we'll just go quick through this one. So go ahead.
All right, so 1028, fighter number 29, Zero Suit Samus. Although not as powerful as Samus, her speed is exceptional. Her Paralyzer not only has the ability to stun opponents, but it can also turn into a whip. For her final smash, she dons her suit and fires a powerful laser.
Next up, today's stage is from 1029, Living Room. This stage is based on the Nintendogs games. Check out the antics of the animals in the background, a total of 5 different puppies and a cat. Be careful not to get hit by the falling blocks while you're distracted by their cuteness.
All right, 1030, today's fighter is Rosalina and Luma, fighter number 48. Luma mimics Rosalina's attacks. Luma also increases Rosalina's reach and can even take a hit for her. If Rosalina gets hit, Luma is very flustered and flutters both hands.
Today's item from 1031, Claptrap Assist Trophy. Moving back and forth on the stage, Claptrap jumps at the nearest fighter and repeatedly bites down. It may be small, but attacks from its strong jaws are dangerous. And then the direct was the next thing they showcased from the first, right?
Yep. And then it's kind of all stuff from the direct. So it's saying check out the website for new information about the new mode and DLC. Pre-purchase for the game is now available. You can now check out Battle Wild Pokemon, which is today's music from 11.1. The battle track from Wild Pokemon Battles in the Pokemon Sun and Moon games have been arranged by Hiroki Kawada. I don't know if I said that right.
Hey, good job, man.
I'll try. So, do we want to listen to it, or do we want to just?
Oh yeah, for sure. Here we go.
Okay.
Let's check it out. so many layers to that one. Like there's just so many layers. Like really, really cool. So also on the music page now, there's the E3 2018 version of what looks to be the main theme, and now we have the English version of the main theme and the Japanese version. So let's just check out a little bit of the English version here. Okay, there's the English. We're going to do a little bit of the Japanese. Here we go. All right. Well, you can listen to those tracks in their entirety on the SmashBros.com on the blog. So make sure to go check that out. What do we got next?
So the final thing is from the first fighter number 69, Incineroar, a fighter with many special moves that appear to come from the world of pro wrestling. Incineroar has many moves from its original game, like the Darkest Lariat, Cross Chomp, and Revenge. Its final smash is Max Malicious Moon Assault. Let the Z power explode and deliver a powerful blow.
Wowzers. He seems intense. I wonder what's happening in that stomach of his with that fire. Like
that. So his counter, quote unquote, where his down B special is it pretty much is. So instead of taking a hit and immediately countering, it builds up energy, and then your next attack unleashes it, and it's crazy powerful. So if you can stomach the hit with your percentage wherever it's at, and you can afford to throw that and come at somebody with that built up power, it's pretty strong. So it looks like it's gonna be fun.
Doesn't it kind of just shoot fire out too? Like
he has glowing embers inside of him, and then it kind of just explodes.
I did see that yesterday. It looked pretty crazy. So, okay. So as far as our talking points, like kind of the progress for the week, I'm just gonna be straight with you guys. Like I got into the Discord this week and I was like, guys, I feel like I've hit a plateau, right? Like every week up until this week, it has been so much fun learning, applying what I've learned, and then going and learning something else. And I feel like I'm at that point that the next steps for me to take to really improve my game, it's like learning advanced techniques and things like that. And so I've had a handful of much better players play against me, give me advice. This is, I mean, I'll be honest, it's kind of difficult, right? Some of the frustration is like, I just keep losing. I just keep getting beat down, right? And, everybody I talk to, everybody in the Discord is like, just play against people that are better than you. And so that's what I've really tried to do that. I've really, I've invited different people. I'm like, hey, let's play. And I get stomped on. But it is helping. And the advice I've been getting is like, hey, I didn't even realize I was doing that. They were pointing out more bad habits that I didn't even see. I didn't even know I had. One thing I constantly do when I hit the ground is roll right towards my enemy, right towards the opponent. And it was getting punished every time because those frames that it takes to roll and then stand up, I had Ganondorf kick me like 4 times in a row. And I'm like, okay, I need to reevaluate what I'm doing here. Right? Like I wasn't picking up on it. And so like it's like eating like humble pie all the time, unfortunately, but it's what's going to improve my game. And what has happened is I recognized in my playstyle that I was, in an attempt to read my opponent, continually playing defensively. And so I'm never on the attack. And when I am on the attack, it's with the same just handful of attacks. And so I had some advice yesterday from Scott, who we talked about a little bit earlier, about like using the cross up and being able to position yourself when you throw, as Mario anyway, if you throw that nair, or you throw the dare, to come in close enough to your opponent that when you end up landing, you can, if they're shielding, you actually phase all the way through that shield, and now you're behind them, so they have to turn before they can even attack you. So you can land a grab, you may be able to land a jab, possibly like a smash or something. I've had to mix it up, because what I was doing is attacking that shield, landing in front, and now I'm the one that's vulnerable to the grab or to the counter attack. And so this isn't something that you just go, oh, okay, this is super easy to implement. No, you're talking about positioning yourself as your opponent's in the exact right place to be able to pull these things off, right? Like it's
all part of the chess game.
Exactly. And I was starting to implement it today, and there were a couple times that I'm like, boom, I nailed it. It was very few and far between, but the times that I did, I'm like, okay, I'm getting the idea of what I have to do here. And what that in turn allowed me to then play more on the offensive, and not just have to sit and wait for an opportunity. I was making the opportunities, and that felt really good. It felt really good. And we're going to play after we're done talking here, and I'm going to see if I can still do that, or what happens. But it's all part of the process. So if you hit that plateau, like, just keep going. Find some people to like talk in the Discord. Like, I'm just like, I'm going to throw it out here, because I know there are people that have been playing for so many more years than I have, that I guarantee they have hit this same wall, that they're like, okay, what's my next step? And a lot of the advice I was given too was like, start playing other characters, which I'm totally agree with and want to do. I just want to wait for Ultimate. It's all. That's kind of where I'm at. But like, there's no joke. When I play another Mario, I'm like, oh, I can read you like a book, right? Like, I know what's going to happen. If I play a Corrin, because I've played with you so much, I kind of know, okay, here's what I have to deal with. Here's, what's going to work. What's not going to work. Right? Leo from the chat right there, his Toon Link, like his spacing, it takes me a handful of matches, but then I can start to like kind of anticipate stuff a little bit, and then he'll mix things up, and I've got it like, so there is that constant chess match. But like, what was crazy with the first time I played Leo, he had these, like, his spacing was working like to the T. I couldn't do anything. And then we played again after like I practiced for another week, and things were a little bit closer, and then he went back to the drawing board, and now he's just been mopping the floor with me, right? Like, and we've had a few good matches and whatnot, but like, the other thing, like, just mentally, when you're playing, when that's happening, when you're losing match after match, you can kind of start to lose your composure a little bit, which is going to affect your gameplay. So like, if you need to take a break and like step back from stuff and like jump into training, do something that like, you don't want to play all tilted, because it's not fun.
It's how you break controllers.
Yeah, it's how you break controllers, and you're not going to play well. You're going to keep adding fuel to that fire. So, so I just want to, shout out to everybody in the community that's been helping me. We're going to be on Sunday mornings. I'm going to be inviting those, a lot of the players in the Discord that are much better than me are going to be jumping into a call with me on Discord while we're playing, and kind of doing some coaching. And I'm going to record this stuff. It'll end up on YouTube if you can't watch live. But like, basically, I want to be able to create some content with some of these players that are far more experienced than me, to just help me get to that next level. And so I'm pretty pumped. And so if you want to get involved in that, and like, we can kind of collaborate, like possibly do multi-streams, you can shout out your stuff for the videos, that kind of thing. Like, I want to make this mutually beneficial for everybody. So, hit me up in the Discord if that's something you're interested in. Crawler, how's your week been? I've just been talking forever.
So I feel like I played a decent amount this week. I think I hopped in when you were streaming on Monday. We played a little bit, and then I think I did some stuff on Wednesday night a little bit, jumping into For Glory. I think every day that I've been on, whether or not I'm playing with you or not, I have been trying to get at least a few games of For Glory, and sometimes I get stomped. I feel like I was Googling some of the names that I was facing on Monday or Sunday night, I think, and I was finding some gameplay videos from some people, so I might have been going up against people that have quite a significant advantage of experience over me. So I mean, that was good experience, but it was definitely challenging and I'm stubborn enough to try to stay in there and at least try to get a stock or two eventually, if I'm getting too stocked, or try to win a game if I feel like I'm close enough to doing that. One guy I think who probably was either streaming or has done this a lot had a few different profiles built on his Wii U, and he had, I think one name was like one more, last one, all that kind of stuff. So he was communicating that way.
Oh, funny. I did the same thing. I have GG and LOL.
But yeah, and then I feel like on Wednesday night I was doing really well in For Glory, and I feel like I've been trying to mix stuff up a little bit, and then I hopped in with you just for a few matches yesterday afternoon, and I feel like I had your number pretty well. But I mean, it all just depends. You and I are back and forth all the time, so it was kind of rare for us to have.
That's how it goes. I think we played 4 matches, and you took 3 of the 4, and then it's so bizarre the way we bounce back and forth. But I know this over the past few, I was in a little bit of a funk. I'm just kind of I'm just gonna jump in. Even mentally, I'm like, I'm not gonna win. I had this mental block of just I feel like I'm like the stock and a half. That's what I've started thinking. I'm like, oh, I can get a stock and a half, but I can't ever seem to
just try to get him to 40% on that second stock.
Yeah, if why is it a stock and a half? And so, but it's just it is crazy, just the back and forth. So I'm excited to jump in here.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. Leo, did we play this week or last week? I don't even remember. I can't keep my week straight anymore. But I feel like I hopped into Discord and played a few matches with people. I think Leo posted on Tuesday night or something like that he wanted to play, and if anybody was up, it was kind of late. And I think we did 5 or 6 matches, and that was good.
So kind of interesting. You know how I always lose that double jump on the. Mm-hmm. I was talking with Scott yesterday, and he's like, "Oh, there is issues with there's stuff that happens with the Wi-Fi, that I didn't quite understand what he was saying, but I was like, I wonder, because I'm like, I know I hit the button once. Why is my second jump going away? What's going on here?" So that's the other thing too. When stuff like that happens, that gets frustrating. You introduce a tiny bit of lag. Smash is weird with lag. Sometimes it's like, oh, everybody's lagging, you're going slow. Other times it's just input lag, and it's like, what is happening right now? It's literally taking a second for your move to come out after you throw something. The other thing I did was jump into 3DS, and when you play against some of the guys in our Discord that are
that's all they've been doing for a while.
That's all they've been doing. It's like, this is not fair. Okay.
And you're not holding a GameCube controller anymore either.
No. So PK Ramy, I'm looking at you, buddy. I'm looking at you.
We're waiting to see that Mewtwo, or no, that his Ness. But who's from
Anvil?
Yeah,
I believe
his Mewtwo is crazy.
Oh yeah, just absolutely bonkers. So you 3DS warriors, we love you guys. Thanks for
We'll see you in 5 weeks.
Just dominating us regularly. It's super fun. So all right, well, I think that is going to do it for this week. So Crawler, where can we find you?
You guys can find me hanging out in Josh's Discord, n64josh.com/discord. Lots of people in there. Come post that you want to play games. We'll find some people to play with. You can also check me out on Twitter, Nightcrawler724, Nightcrawlers without the E. Also on Twitch, I think I've fixed my stream. We'll see. My computer seems to be not cooperating. It's 4 or 5 years. I don't know how old my computer is, so we're making do. But I think I've fixed it a little bit. I got to close out of all my browsers and stuff, but I think I can not drop frames. So come hang out. We'll play some Smash, some other stuff, Diablo, all that kind of fun stuff. So come hang out, Nightcrawler724 on Twitch.
Right on, man. Guys, you can follow me on Twitter at N64Josh. You can follow me on Twitch at N64Josh. And, of course, Instagram is N64Josh. The music you're hearing right now is the Metal Melee theme. You can check it out at n64josh.com/Metal Melee. If you want to get yourself that free book from Audible, go to audibletrial.com/SBC. Remember, the chair I'm sitting in is from OP Seat. You go to n64josh.com/OPSeat. You can automatically save $10 at checkout. Guys, the show notes have tons and tons of resources. That's n64josh.com/SBC34. You check them out. Also, the links to the Reddit posts and everything there. That's going to do it for this week. Thank you for being here live. Guys, if you have a second, you can rate and review on iTunes. We would greatly appreciate that. And do come hang out in the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord. We would love to get some games with you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye now.